Hey guys, welcome to another video that I'm very excited to make. What do you see here are sockets, more sockets, and wrenches, and all that cool stuff, which is quite a lot to carry around. Wouldn't you agree, right? It's too many, and they're quite heavy, and what if there was one tool that could actually have them all in your pocket, or your toolbox, or your car? You can just hold it on the trunk under the layer and have it all in one. All these sizes. It's right here. It's a tool that I'm so happy that I stumbled upon. This one is made by Black & Decker. Surprise, surprise, right? But I'm sure there's other companies making the same one probably somewhere out there. And this tool is quite expensive actually online. It was upwards almost $100 or something. But am I happy that I bought it? Boy oh boy. This tool has saved me so much time and space since I bought it, because now I don't need to carry them around. Well, logically, I know you're saying that, yeah, sometimes, it cannot fit from the sides, it's not deep enough as another deep socket, but just get the gist of it. When you're working in just regular stuff, that you need something quick, something that just does the job. And in this case, for example, let's say I have a chainsaw. Yeah, I know. Another video of a chainsaw, obviously, here now. Different chainsaw, that's the one that I use daily. This one here has 13 millimeter bolts. I don't have a 13 millimeter chainsaw key. I have the other ones that are for regular saws, which I forgot to clean it because I was working with it. I have the other keys, but none of them fit. None of them are 13. Guess what this one has? It has a 13 as well, and it's right here. As you see here, it goes fairly easy, and you just, boom, you unscrew it and you do the rest by hand, and you can just put it back on track and tighten it to your desired tightness, and you're good to go. And this one comes in handy in so many things around. Whether you're working on your car or at your job or whatnot, you don't necessarily need to be a mechanic to have nice tools around. Just because probably a lot of mechanics would find a lot of good use, especially for quick checks and quick bolts and unbolts with this kind of tool. And the beauty of it is you don't really need to be able to read it in imperial or metric. It has them both labeled really nice. As you see right here, it says half here, right? What's it on metric? 13 millimeter, exactly what I needed. What's 8 millimeters in imperial? Well, let's see, 5/16, and so on and so on. It's one side imperial, one side metric, same way in the other side. 19 millimeter, for example. Oh, 3/4. Oh, 11/16, what's that in metric? 17 millimeters. And you have a small chart here, if the camera will focus, that tells you what they are actually. So if you even want to just learn, you can learn with this one here. Granted, now there are odd sizes that sometimes are not in this one. Obviously, we all know that. If you ever worked in any kind of mechanical world, or you had to unbolt something or whatever, there's odd sizes and odd shapes that, of course, one tool's not going to cover them all. But as per my opinion, this tool is the best investment I ever made in my life when it comes to mechanical stuff. And no, I am not sponsored by Black & Decker or any of these that you're seeing here that I just grabbed them and threw them together. Yes, I like Craftsman when it comes to sockets. For some reason, I just like how they do the work. And no, Hyper Tough, I don't like them, but I found a deal for $2 the whole set, so deal with it. But yeah, this thing here will actually save you time, will save you space, and will save you headache. If you do just light work or a quick repair on a car or something like that, this big boy right here will replace every single one of these that you see in front of me right now. And the other beauty of it is it's a throughput or go through, whatever you want to call it, on the socket. So let's say, oh, but this deep socket, it has enough tolerance inside. Well, so does this one. As you see here on camera, you can allow the detail to go through. As you see here, it goes through. So it lets it go. So let's say, for example, you want to allow it to it's something long or something under, whatever the case might be. As you see, it completely goes through freely. So at least it has, I would assume that's around 7mm distance from there to here that the other socket starts. And especially if you're in the smaller side of the socket, you can go completely through. So in my opinion, this is one of the best multi-tools that you can buy for yourself, and you will thank yourself later, especially if you find one of these for cheap somewhere. I'm not saying you go get it for over $100, because that hurts sometimes, especially in these times. Yeah, it hurts. But if you want to just keep something in your car or in your toolbox for a quick check, or sometimes even to take those AC vents that have the, I think they're 8mm if I'm not wrong, you can do that with this one. Quick, tuck. Now, this is the best that I could tell you about, or this is the best tool that I found so far that actually makes sense to have, makes absolute sense to be on your toolbox or your car, or just to have it in general. And yeah, I sound like I'm shilling for it. I'm not shilling for it. You can go find it from another company or from a, I don't know, yard sale or flea market or wherever you can find it. But yes, online they're around almost $100 now. They used to be cheaper, but they went up in price somehow. And you see why, because they actually do a lot of work. And another thing I forgot, it has like a click stop. When you flip it, I'm not sure if you could hear it on my microphone, but it stops. It has stops. It's not just free spin. As you see, it stops. And that's something that I appreciate, because it holds the position. And the grip is some kind of nice rubber, but it's really comfortable, and the weight of it makes it really good for that torque that you need sometimes. And as you put it, it has some really nice torque versus, for example, using a regular wrench. This one has that torque that you need without having to put the wrench on another wrench. You know how, well, some of you out there know how we do that part. For example, let's say you have this tiny one and you want more grips, because I don't have anything better right here, and we have sometimes to put, wrench on the wrench, which is quite dangerous, and I don't suggest you do it if you don't know what you're doing. But with this one, you don't need that. It actually has, especially if you put your hand on the complete heel and you torque, you can actually break a bolt with this one. That's how much torque you gain from this one. I'm telling you, if you never had one of these, and a friend of yours might have one, take it for a spin. Ask your friend to lend you one for a week. You will never give it back. You'll tell your friend, oh, okay, here's $20 and go. Just don't talk. It's mine now. And yeah, that's all I had for today's video. And I think if you find one of these, just grab it. Don't ask why. Don't doubt it. Just take it. It's one of the best multi-wrench or multi-socket tools that I've ever owned personally. And it's been now over a year that I used and abused this piece. And as you see, there's no dents on it. There's no rips or chewing or anything going on it. It looks almost brand new like the day I bought it. And I've done a lot of rough work that may not be considered professional the way I did it, but sometimes things require that extra force to be put on. And with that said, we'll see you on the next video. Please like and subscribe, and it helps me reach a point that I can buy more tools. Thank you guys for being here, and we hope we learned something. Bye!